guys a serious explanation for not making content, but I promise I have an explanation. So here's my explanation. You ready? I had content to post and all the audio was terrible quality because it was in the car and my AC was not working properly, so it's super loud, and so it ended up being really, really bad quality. So I didn't post that video. I was gonna make another video and I got really sick, and then people were in the hospital for days.
I'm in the hospital right now. My stomach is empty.
What was that noise?
That sound, my stomach is hungry. Help me.
That sounded like
Help
a pterodactyl.
Me. No, that's more like.
That's a pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. Yeah, there you go. That's a pterodactyl.
What? Anyways, despite everything, I'm finally recording again, and that's the important thing because, you know, I'm not gonna give up on y'all, and I know y'all are not gonna give up on me, just like I know Aaron would never give up on me.
I can't give up on you, sadly.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean? I thought you were gonna say you would give up on me in a heartbeat.
I can't.
What does that mean though?
It means that I'm required by the love that Jesus gave me not to give up on you.
Oh, I love you, brother Aaron.
Sister Danielle, help me because we need to go make an offering to my stomach.
Oh crap, I need my purse. This is the chaos in the house, and this is what happens when we leave. And yes, I will admit, I made everybody late because I had a test. So yeah, school's wrapping up. That's the other chaotic thing. Work is crazy, also chaotic. Everything's just crazy all the time. Oh guys, okay, so there's a super cool thing. I bought this tile thing to attach to my belongings because I lose them all the time. So now I can find it with my phone whenever I want. Alexa, turn my lights off. But let me tell you the plan for tonight. We are going to Nashville right now, even though I haven't vlogged all day, which I wanted to, but then I lost my memory card. So I had to order a new memory card. It's been a long day. We're going to Nashville to meet up with y'all's favorite Korean conservative, Kangmin Lee. I don't know if I've ever officially met him, but we are now. So we're gonna go to Nashville and meet up with him. And we gotta pick up Rachel too, and Shekinah is coming as well. It's gonna be a party. Aaron is driving. What's up? So we got Aaron in the car.
Get in.
Are you, oh, he opened the door for me.
Is Shekinah coming?
Yeah, she said she was coming, and then
we never leave on time for things, but it's okay.
I'm not a late person.
I'm usually not either, but
Roll the window down.
tonight it
Tell her
is.
to sit in the back.
So I'm gonna shut this off until we get to Nashville because I gotta work on something, and Shekinah's on a live stream. So we'll see you in Nashville. Okay, so we're in Nashville now, and we're at this restaurant that we're like super late to, but I probably won't record inside the restaurant unless it's like Snapchat. Is it closed? It's Shekinah. And look, it's Rachel. Oh, this is one of those really classy restaurants, and I'm not classy yet, so RIP me.
I don't really know what I put on, to be really honest with you.
I don't really know what you put on either. Like, what are those? I'm kidding.
One eternity later.
Woo! Hey, look
What's
who
good?
it
What's good?
is.
Kangmin Lee out here. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
The next day.
I was gonna record today, and then I got sick again, and I've just not felt super well. But I wanted to record before the day was over, and I saw this trend on TikTok, so I have to try it now. How come I'm just now finding out that when you bite your bottom lip, you can't breathe?
What?
When you bite your bottom lip, you can't breathe.
What do you mean?
You literally can't breathe. Like, try it. You look sexy.
No, I don't. What? Bruh.
As you say that, I realized you couldn't breathe.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way you can't. Of course you can.
You like missed the whole point. It was a TikTok trend. So, a little bit of good news. In Tennessee, our governor here basically said that due to the COVID vaccine, he was no longer going to instate mask requirements. Tennessee never had a statewide mask mandate, but different regions or whatnot would have mask mandates. So now Governor Lee has said he's not gonna make anybody wear masks. And not only that, but he's asked all the mayors to take away their mask mandate, which I'm really excited about because it should be left up to people. I mean, honestly. So I'm gonna utilize this time and talk to you guys and go on a walk because it's like really lovely out here. And I'm just gonna hit it barefooted. I'm ready for the summer. I really want to go to the beach this summer, but I need to get fit because where I am right now is not it. You guys probably won't get a lot of vlogs where it's just raw and it's just me and it's just no makeup and hair's back and everything. But this is one of those rare moments where you guys are gonna get that. I got sick on Saturday from food poisoning and I thought I was better, and then last night I got sick again, even though I hadn't really eaten anything, and then I ate a little bit of bread and salad, and I think the gluten messed me up, and then I think something in the salad messed me up. I don't know what it was. So this morning was a rough time, and I didn't go to my online Zoom class. I didn't go to my orchestra concert tonight. I've just sort of been chilling, trying to rest. This next week is finals, which means it's gonna be super chaotic. If I don't post as much, that's why. I was just walking and there's this one concept I really want to talk to you guys about, and nobody talks about it a ton. It's one of those things, if you're not careful, you'll go along with mainstream media, even mainstream conservative media. First thing that got me into the conservative movement was actually the pro-life movement. I was really passionate against abortion. It's always been something that I've been passionate about. Honestly, one of the things that vloggers don't tell you when they vlog is that they gotta build up like arm muscle to hold the camera. And I don't know how they do it because my arm is like killing me right now. Anyways, I've always thought that abortion should be illegal no matter what. At first I was like, well, maybe in the case of illnesses, if the baby or the mother die, I could see it being reasonable. What the left tries to do is they try to manipulate our own words and definitions and tries to say, well, if a baby and a mother are struggling and one is going to die and you have to save one and you have to save one, well, that's not abortion. Abortion is where you intentionally kill a baby. So that's the problem with that definition. Most of the bills in America concerning abortion and pro-life legislation usually start at the heartbeat. A lot of them don't even start at the heartbeat. A lot of them say you can't get an abortion after this number of weeks. I used to be okay with that because I was like, well, at least it's a step in the right direction. But as I've gotten deeper and deeper into politics, one thing I've learned is the GOP is a bunch of cowards. Here's the thing about abortion. A baby becomes a baby at conception. At that moment, the baby's sex is determined as well. That baby is living, that baby is human. So the next question you have to ask yourself is this: at what point is it okay to kill a baby? If you're like me, you're going to say, well, at no point is it okay. So now I'm going to ask you a third question. At what point, if we truly believe in the sacredness of life, if we truly believe that life is valuable, then at what point is it okay to settle for anything less than life? So you'll probably say to me, Danielle, nothing happens overnight. And to that I would say, you're right, nothing does happen overnight. What I am saying is, why in the world are we settling for anything that's less than what our values are? What the left does is they do this thing that's called Overton's window. And Overton's window basically says that the left will push us so far and they will try to be so radical that what was considered radical 20 years ago is no longer considered radical. And what used to not be conservative is now considered conservative compared to the extremity of the left. This is why transgenderism has become more accepted in the conservative circle. This is why drag queens have become more accepted in conservative circles, mainstream conservative circles. This is why gay marriage has been more accepted in more conservative circles, is because of Overton's window. Why you have people saying, oh, you know, well, at least Caitlyn Jenner is Republican and at least that would be better than Gavin Newsom. The question we have to ask ourselves when it comes to abortion is, are we ever okay with voting for a bill or voting for legislation that cuts a child's life off or allows cutting a child's life off at any point? I think what happens is that we reach a point of apathy to where we don't really care anymore. And so what we do is we're like, well, it's a step in the right direction, but then we don't really fight any harder. Instead of putting pressure on our legislators and saying, actually, we're not going to settle for this. So actually, if you want to make a bill about abortion, then make one such that it will completely ban abortion. But Danielle, what about Roe v. Wade? Well, there are ways around Roe v. Wade, and some people have done it, and some people have done it ingeniously. But not enough pressure was put onto legislators. Those bills were either tabled or they were voted against and they were voted down. One of my favorite ways is to completely design a bill under the 9th Amendment rather than the 13th Amendment, which is what Roe is. So what that bill does is that bill assumes that a baby is a baby from conception rather than defining a baby's life under Roe v. Wade. So that's the important thing about abortion. And that's just one issue that I really thought was important to talk to you guys about, because there's a bill being proposed right now in Texas that is going to completely abolish abortion. There's a lot of backlash against it. Now, before you tell me, Danielle, but you have to understand these women are victims. They just don't know what to do. They don't have the resources. I have been to enough counseling sessions on the sidewalks where I know that women don't care as much as you might think they do, and they're not as much victims as you think. The majority of women that go to Planned Parenthood usually slept with their boyfriend and they don't want to take care of the baby. And I've had a lot of conversations where girls really don't care anymore. They just want to F whoever they want to F. They want to sleep with whoever they want to sleep with. Live and let live. That's sort of what they want to do. So it's nonsense to say that these women are victims, and that's a lie that we've been told. And if you're like me and you've sidewalk counseled, if you're like me and you've talked to women who've had abortions, it's their biggest regret in their life, but they knew they were pregnant. They knew that was a baby inside them. There's a reason that a mother's instincts kick in when she gets pregnant and she gets very protective. It's because she knows that's a baby inside her. So I know that that's probably not the topic that you guys wanted me to talk about, and that's kind of a deep issue. You guys probably were not expecting that on this Tuesday afternoon, but it's such an important issue. And I told you guys that one of the things I wanted to do with this vlog was find a way to show that we can have fun, but we also have to be able to talk about the things that need to be talked about without being afraid of talking about it. And I feel like that's one of the things that we should talk about.